Week 4 of the NFL season is here, and if you're watching this, you're likely looking for some prop bets to place while you watch football this Sunday. Well, I've got 4 touchdown props that I like in particular for this week, so if you sit tight, after this quick intro, we'll get into those touchdown props. Welcome to the DFSG Plus channel. If you've been here before, you kind of know what we're all about. Prop betting, sports betting, mainly as it relates to NFL football. On this show, I am your host, Axton Harding, and I'd like to specialize, I guess you could say. I primarily do touchdown props on this show. It is a touchdown prop show, so each and every week I'll give my favorite plays for that particular week, give my case, and if anything speaks to you guys, go ahead and tail. If not, then maybe you can find something else that you like a little bit more. But for this week, I've got a small handful. I usually like to put out a few more on any given week, but I've been pretty swamped lately. So we've got 4 for this week, anyways, and we'll kind of go ahead and jump right into it. Just for clarity, if you guys have any questions, you want to bounce ideas, maybe you have some good bets as well, reach out to me on Twitter at AxmanIDP. Feel free to bounce things off of me. Maybe we can help each other out if you kind of like the way that I'm thinking. Maybe we can combine thought processes there and see if we can win together. So hit me up on Twitter. Feel free to chat with me. I'm all DMs are always open, willing to chat there. So let's go ahead and jump into the 4 plays that I've got for this week. 4 plays that I really like in particular. We'll start off with the lowest odds, and we'll kind of go up from there to the highest odds. As you can see here, we've got Omarion Hampton with an anytime touchdown at -125. This week he plays the New York Giants in New York. New York has allowed a rushing touchdown in each of the first 3 games so far this season. Kareem Hunt even got Kansas City's first running back touchdown on the season last week against this team. Omarion Hampton now owns the sole leadership of this multi-threat offense as it pertains to the backfield. With Najee Harris going down last week, every touch is going to be Omarion Hampton's for the most part anyways. Unless he needs spelled, then of course there's going to be some backups to come in. But all of the valuable touches are going to Omarion Hampton. So I think we can expect him to continue to soak up the red zone opportunities that he's seen so far. To compare across the team, he's actually seen 10 touches inside the 20-yard line, and that's by far the most attention of any player on the offense, and it's not even close. The next highest in targets or opportunities is actually Keenan Allen with 3 red zone targets on the season. So I think for this week at -125, Omarion Hampton makes for a fine anchor play on any kind of parlay. Did feel like you have a secure leg in that parlay or even a straight bet. You're not going to quite win double your money, but you will. It's a pretty confident play here at -125, and you're not giving up a whole lot of return there. So, feel free to add that as a comfortable leg in a parlay, or maybe even just want a straight bet. You might just go ahead and it'd be close to doubling your money. So, pretty good odds there. So next we've got Romeo Dobbs, as you guys can see here, an anytime touchdown. Last I checked was at 175. He plays at Dallas this week. This is a highly touted game, a game where we are going to expect a lot of back and forth, some serious competition as it relates to kind of the attention that these teams have been getting around the Micah Parsons trade. So there's a nice angle here for Dobbs this week as he draws the ultimate matchup against Dallas. This will be a good game. Again, as I mentioned, back and forth with Micah Parsons having been traded. There's a revenge narrative there. Jerry Jones is going to want to make a statement. It's just a headline showdown, no less. So Romeo Dobbs is not much for a volume player. So, of course, that's not really going to matter as it pertains to touchdown props anyways. But what he does get, the valuable touches he does get, is in the red zone and targeted in and around the end zone, of course. So But yeah, he does get desirable red zone usage. He and Kraft are the most targeted within the red zone at 3 targets apiece. He didn't find pay dirt last week in a tough matchup against Cleveland. They kind of clamped down on the Green Bay Packers, but Dallas is not near as stingy as the Cleveland Browns. They give up a league-leading 220 yards per game to wide receivers and also a league-leading 6 touchdowns to the position in 3 weeks so far this season. If 2 guys get a chance to score on this team from the wide receiver core, you best believe that Romeo Dobbs is going to get the first opportunity. So I like the odds here at 175. I also even like Tucker Kraft at plus 200. He's a guy who could go for a nice sneaky touchdown or even 2 touchdowns. I think he's got several games of 2 touchdowns or more. So put a little sprinkle on something like that. Those are a couple of fun plays. But I do like the Green Bay pass catchers here in this matchup against Dallas. And Romeo Dobbs at plus 175 seems like some good juice there. Next play here is Kareem Hunt at plus 215 at home against Baltimore this week. It's kind of an icky play, but hear me out. Kansas City and Baltimore is going to be a good competitive game. There's going to be lots of long, sustained drives downfield. It's going to be back and forth, and both teams are going to be able to get into scoring position. They're Super Bowl contending teams, both of them, so they will be able to push the ball downfield against whatever team they're going to play, and it's going to be a back and forth affair. So Hunt gets equal usage to Pacheco in the red zone and is even favored when the closer they get to the end zone. Within the 5, we saw him punching the team's first and only running back touchdown on the year last week. Now he gets to play a generous Baltimore interior defensive line that's given up multiple running back scores already in the first 3 weeks. So 2 out of 3 games so far, they've allowed multiple scores. So I imagine he won't get a ton of volume, but when Kansas City gets it in close, Hunt is going to score. If they can get it within the 5-yard line, you best believe Hunt's going to be the first one to get that chance to punch it in there. And he's pretty good in and around the goal line. He's always had a nose for the end zone. So Hunt in close, I feel confident about. And not to mention that defensive tackle Nnamdi Matabuki for the Baltimore Ravens, their stud interior defensive lineman, is also going to miss this game, which just lends well to more opportunity for Kareem Hunt to kind of go up against a softer interior defensive line on the Baltimore side. So I love this play for Kareem Hunt. Again, it's an icky play. He's not a flashy player. He's not going to go get you a whole lot of yards or go off for 3 touchdowns. I mean, he might go off for a couple, but I'm not going to advocate for that. But no less, Baltimore's been very generous to opposing running backs as it relates to touchdowns. Kareem Hunt in close is Kansas City's favorite go-to guy when they're in the 5. So you hope that he doesn't need more than one opportunity. But either way, they get in close. Kareem Hunt's going to be the guy. The final play here, I've got TJ Hockenson at plus 260 this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is my highest play this week. I guess I could throw out some long shots if that's something you guys would be into, some dart throws, high 7-8 times your money kind of payouts. But for this week, keeping it a little bit more concise, we've got TJ Hockenson here at plus 260. Still a nice juicy plus 260 as he plays the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. He's a sneaky play here as he really has just had one solid game on the year, so the books aren't really catching up to that because he didn't get much attention from J.J. McCarthy, but now he's getting a lot of attention from Carson Wentz. So he can thank a lot of thanks to him for that pop-in game last week. So, but I expect that to continue this week in what projects to be a great matchup versus the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, giving up 70 yards and a touchdown per game to the tight end position. Hunter Henry scored on them twice in Week 3. A.J. Barner found pay dirt in Week 2. Week 1, they played the Jets. Not a whole lot of threat at the tight end position or even the quarterback position there, and there really wasn't a whole lot of passing in that game from the Jets anyways. So this team is vulnerable to the tight end position, and Hockenson last week saw 3 red zone targets, which led the team. So he's the clear favorite of Wentz when the team gets in close. I think this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers, allowing those 3 touchdowns, allowing even multiple scores to Hunter Henry last week, I think TJ Hockenson is in an outstanding position to cash in on this plus 260 against Pittsburgh this week in Week 4. So, told you guys I was going to keep it nice, short, and sweet. In this one, we've got Omarion Hampton anytime touchdown at minus 125 at the New York Giants this week. We've also got Romeo Dobbs anytime touchdown at plus 175 at Dallas. Then we've got Kareem Hunt at plus 215 at home versus Baltimore. And then we rounded out with TJ Hockenson anytime touchdown at plus 260 against the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. So if you guys want some maybe some more additional plays that I didn't quite have time to throw into the show today, feel free to throw them in the comments. Have some fun with this. If there's some matchups you like in particular, go ahead and throw down your favorite plays this week. If you like any one of the ones that I throw in here, also let me know that. The comments, likes, and subscribes all help the algorithm, and if we can help each other, that's the best way we want to play here. So thanks everybody for watching and tuning into the DFSG Plus podcast. Again, I'm your host, Axton Harding, on this edition of the Touchdown Props Show. So good luck this week in your betting ways and maybe fantasy football, and just have a good Sunday watching NFL football. So good luck everybody, and we'll see you back next week for